Alright guys, so this is a quick video on blend modes. Now, in my honest opinion, blend modes are a slightly complex topic to understand, but it's still something we need to go through. So in this entire Photoshop course so far, in the basics course, we've avoided going through very complex topics, but this one thing we can't really avoid. So let's just get to the act of going through it. So here we go. Okay, so I have a new document and I've not put anything into it, but let's just quickly place something, right? Let's place maybe our Harley here. Press enter. Now, as you can see, there's a layer that's been created here. Let's just embed something else. Let's add another layer. Let's see, maybe put a picture of me. I don't know where this came from. It's the funniest picture of me, but just press enter. Now, now there are two layers, one on top of the other, right? And we know that if we want to make this layer see-through, we can just reduce the opacity, right? So it becomes see-through. But actually, there are many different ways that we can blend the two layers, right? Through color, through saturation, through contrast. And the way I've learned blend modes, and I'm being super honest about this, is dumb luck, right? I've just a lot of experience just cycling through different blend modes until I found what I was looking for. And the way to use blend modes is to just go a little higher and click on this normal button. These are all the available blend modes, right? And the blend modes, they basically do really cool stuff. And there's probably an image somewhere on your screen right now that's showing you the different things that blend modes do. But we're not going to dive deep into it. We can see that when we go to dissolve, for example, nothing happens. But in most cases with dissolve, you'll see you'll see some blending, and you can see it around the edges here. You should watch this area. That's what dissolve does. It just kind of makes the edges a little chalky. And then you have darken, you have multiply, you have color burn, you have linear burn, you have darker color, you have lighten, screen. Okay, so these are darker. These make the images darker in different ways. These make the images lighter in different ways. These are, I like to call it contrast-based modes. Difference and exclusion, subtract and divide, their negatives, their inversions. And these are more based on color. So you can blend in different ways. So these are normal ways to blend. These are the ways to blend via darkness. These are the ways to blend via light. These or white rather. These are the ways to blend via mixes or kind of contrast. These are the ways to blend via inversion, and these are the ways to blend via color, right? And obviously, you need to try different blend modes. Sometimes you can have great effects, sometimes you can have horrible effects. Let me show you an example of a blend mode used well. Let's just right click and delete this layer. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to look at, I'm going to download a picture of smoke, right? I'm just going to take one of these pictures, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go back to Photoshop and I'm going to paste it, right? So now I have this picture of smoke, and I know this is black, and I want to use a blend mode to blend this smoke along with the Harley, right? So what I do is I click on this and cycle through the different blend modes to get what I want. And as you can see in this, everything but the blacks are see-through, right? So in these, it'll be completely different. So as you can see, these look like really good smoke effects. So I'm going to choose screen, and remember all the black here is hidden. I didn't cut it. I didn't do anything. I didn't pull it out. It blended by itself because the second set of blends are all inversion blend. They keep the whites, right? So screen, I'll put this here. I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to transform. I'm going to go to warp. I'm just going to make it a little nicer. Right? Press enter, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this smaller, and then I'm going to right click, flip horizontal, press enter, and then move this to the tail of the Harley, right? And I'm going to reduce the opacity a bit just so that it doesn't look too obvious. I'll move this here. So as you can see, I just added a smoke effect using the blend mode called screen, which kind of makes blacks disappear and keeps anything that's really white. So using blend modes, this is a matter of practice, but I needed to teach you this because you're going to use it in the future In some cases, it's a lot of trial and error to use blend modes, and hopefully you understood it a little bit. You don't need to understand it fully well right now. This is an experience-based thing. All right. So catch you on the next episode.